In today's show, Bitcoin firm NYDIG gets $200 million injection from Morgan Stanley, as well as Soros. That's right, earlier today, NYDIG, a leading provider of investment and financial solutions for Bitcoin, announced they were receiving $200 million in growth capital funding led by strategic partners Morgan Stanley, Soros Fund Management, FS Investments, Stone Ridge Holdings, Mass Mutual, and New York Life. And the CEO, Robert Gutman, says they're more than just investors, they're strategic partners, and they plan to deliver an explosion of innovation to Bitcoin products and services. I'll be breaking all this down for you in today's show. Checking out the latest from Max Kaiser, he tweeted, "Inflation/hyperinflation is here now. Bitcoin tops 1 trillion and is headed to a 4 trillion plus market cap in 2021, which implies $220,000 per Bitcoin as flight capital jumps the fiat ship and finds safe haven in Bitcoin." He also tweeted 77,000 short-term in play and 220,000 in 2021 in play. We'll be discussing this here in today's show. Also in today's episode, solution to scale Ethereum 100x is imminent and will get us through until Ethereum 2.0, says Vitalik Buterin in a new interview on the Tim Ferriss podcast. He shares the following: the thing to remember is that if you have rollups but you don't have sharding, you still have 100x factor scaling, right? You still have the ability for the blockchain to go up to somewhere between 1,000 and 4,000 transactions a second, depending on how complex these transactions are. I'll be breaking down all the highlights from this interview for you right here in today's show. Also in today's episode, Norwegian oil billionaire says Bitcoin could be worth millions of dollars each and puts liquid company assets into Bitcoin. That's right. If you missed the memo, Billionaire Kjell Inge Rokke's company, Aker, has established a new business dedicated to Bitcoin. Rokke believes that Bitcoin could become the core of a new monetary architecture and that each Bitcoin could be worth millions of dollars. His new company will keep all its liquid investable assets in Bitcoin, and he's quoted sharing right here, "We will use Bitcoin as our treasury asset and join the community. In Bitcoin speak, we will be hodler." That's right. I'll be breaking all this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. You can see Bitcoin hovering above 55,000 as Ethereum and all the major altcoins are pumping and in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, BlockFi, the leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors. Here's where you can put your crypto to work. They paid out over $35 million in interest in the month of February, including 450 Bitcoin, 5,000 Ethereum, and 6 million in stablecoins. You can earn a 6% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin, 5.25% on Ethereum, and 9.3% on USDT. And they have a special promo running right now where you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. All you got to do is click that link right down below. It'll take you here, then click this yellow button that says sign up, and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. Bitcoin is above $55,000, so it's a beautiful day. I have a lot to discuss. My name is JV, by the way. Let's dive right in, shall we? Earlier today, NYDIG, a leading provider of investment and financial solutions for Bitcoin, announced they were receiving $200 million in growth capital funding led by strategic partners Morgan Stanley, Soros Fund Management, FS Investments, Stone Ridge Holdings, Mass Mutual, as well as New York Life. Also, FinTech Collective and Bessemer Venture Partners, who previously funded NYDIG, also took part. Robert Gutman, a co-founder and CEO of NYDIG, said that the participating firms were more than just investors. They are partners, each well known to us. For years, NYDIG will be working with these firms on Bitcoin-related strategic initiatives spanning investment management, insurance, banking, clean energy, as well as philanthropy. He also promised that through the $200 million investment from their strategic partners, NYDIG would deliver an explosion of innovation in Bitcoin products and services. That's right. Now let's discuss the indirect Bitcoin exposure, which continues to grow as institutional and retail Bitcoin adoption continues to surge. Corporations are seeking new ways to gain exposure to the white hot crypto industry. That's right, the corporate FOMO is kicking in and just getting started. While some companies such as MicroStrategy, Tesla, and Square have opted to hold cryptos on their balance sheets in lieu of cash, others have looked to take advantage of the growing demand for investment solutions. New crypto crypto-based financial products are undoubtedly on the rise. For instance, the first several crypto-based exchange-traded funds became available on the Toronto Stock Exchange mere months ago. If the crypto sector continues growing at the current pace, it's likely that significantly more capital will flood into the sector. And there's also talk of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust potentially having the first ETF in America. I know there's some stories on that right now. That would be fantastic and definitely very bullish for crypto. On a similar note, NYDIG also announced that their clients have more than $1 billion in both direct and indirect Bitcoin exposure. Not too shabby, eh? In the past 3 months, Bitcoin has appreciated more than 170% compared to the Dow Jones, much more modest 5% gains as the global equity market slowed down due to fears of inflation and rising interest rates. Investing in crypto seems more attractive than ever before for both individual investors and institutions. That's right, let the corporate FOMO games begin and let's go BTC. And before I break down the latest from Max Keiser, as well as this breaking story, solutions to scale Ethereum 100x is imminent and will get us through until Ethereum 2.0, according to Vitalik Buterin in a new interview on the Tim Ferriss podcast, as well as Norwegian oil billionaire saying Bitcoin could be worth millions of dollars each and puts liquid company assets into the king of all crypto. But let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin up over 3% for the day, trading above 55,400. The all-time high is sitting at about 58,300. So we're not far away, less than 3,000 away from an all-time high. When do you feel we're likely to break $60,000? Let me know in the comments right down below. We have Ethereum barely in the green, up 1%, trading above $1,800. Polkadot up about 9%, trading at $38.64. All right, now checking out the latest from Max Keiser. He shares inflation/hyperinflation is here now. Bitcoin tops 1 trillion and is headed to a 4 trillion plus market cap, which suggests 220,000 per coin. That's Max Keiser's year-end prediction as flight capital jumps the fiat ship and finds safe haven in Bitcoin. And he also tweeted reiterating his bullish price predictions: 77,000 short term in play, 220,000 in 2021 in play. Let me know if you agree or disagree with his bullish price predictions. I feel we can hit 77,000 before the end of April, and I'm predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price by the end of May. And I love this 220,000 prediction by the end of 2021. I feel we are right on track and that we will hit it, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. He also recently tweeted via the Orange Pill podcast, baptism by Bitcoin removes the previous immovable object of fear. War will be demonetized under a Bitcoin standard and a love apocalypse arrives. Touche. Now, before I break down our next story of the day, solutions to scale Ethereum 100x is imminent and will get us through until Ethereum 2.0, says Vitalik Buterin. But let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just below $1.7 trillion with $128 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And current Bitcoin dominance is at 60.5%, with the Ethereum dominance at 12.4%, with the Bitcoin market cap sitting above that $1 trillion milestone, which is a beautiful sign. Now, checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Polygon up almost 30%, trading at 32 cents. Ravencoin up 21%, trading at about 19 cents. Kusama up 21%, trading at $304. And Pundi X up 21%, trading at 0.002. Now, checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Chili's down 15% for the day, but still up a whopping 232% for the week, trading above 25 cents. We have Neem down 16%, trading just below 60 cents. Flow down 8%, trading at 34 bucks, and Reserve Rights down 7%, trading at 7 cents. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 68 in greed. Yesterday was an 81 in extreme greed, last week a 78, and last month an 83 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin believes the network is on the verge of scaling by a factor of 100, predicting the optimism will release its layer 2 solution in the coming weeks. Let's go already. I'm sick of these gas fees in the Ethereum blockchain, which are often exceeding the value of what I'm trying to transfer. Gas fees are no joke, and they need to scale sooner than later. Speaking on the Tim Ferriss podcast, Buterin noted Ethereum 2.0's developers are focused on working towards the chain merge with Ethereum and are confident that layer 2 solutions can support the network until sharding is developed. Rollups are coming very soon, he said, adding, "We're fully confident that by the time that we may need any more scaling of that, sharding will have already been ready for a long time by then." Rollups are second layer solutions that process and store transaction data on a designated sidechain before bundling batches of transactions together onto Ethereum's mainnet. The solutions are designed to mitigate Ethereum scaling woes, where fierce competition for bandwidth on the Ethereum mainnet had resulted in skyrocketing fees. Now, while Ethereum 2.0 will use sharding to ensure scalability when fully rolled out, Buterin believes rollups will suffice for the midterm, emphasizing rollups could improve Ethereum's transactional throughput by 100 times. Here's a quote from this interview. "The thing to remember is that if you have rollups, but you don't have sharding, you still have 100x factor scaling, right? You still have the ability for the blockchain to go up to somewhere between 1,000 and 4,000 transactions a second, depending on how complex these transactions are." Buterin predicted Optimism will launch their fully Ethereum virtual machine, or EVM, compatible rollups in around a month or so, also highlighting significant progress made by Arbitrum on their own EVM compatible rollups. Optimism rollups are expected to be embraced by some of DeFi's industry leaders, with commentators speculating that Uniswap's coming V3 overhaul will utilize it. Aave and Synthetics are expected to be among the first projects to utilize the technology. Here's another quote from this interview. "There was actually simpler rollups that are only capable of processing simple transactions that are exchanging between assets like Loopring and ZK Sync," he added, noting, "Those rollups have already been running stably for about a year, so rollups aren't even theory. They've been a practical part of the scalability of Ethereum for a few users for almost a year." And last week, Vitalik authored a proposal for a system allowing smart contract protocols to directly communicate between one another across different layer 2 scaling solutions. Let me know if you're bullish on Ethereum, and where do you feel the Ethereum price will likely be by the end of this year? I'm predicting at least a $10,000 Ethereum price, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, Norwegian oil billionaire says Bitcoin could be worth millions of dollars each and puts liquid company assets into the king of all crypto. But before I break this down, first I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 700 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. It could be found at letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. I also want to point out why this is so important to plug into all of my resources. This is a breaking headline for today. Crypto influencers scramble to recover Twitter accounts after suspensions. Some of the largest, most influential in the space have not only been blocked and suspended on Twitter, but also YouTube. Censorship is real. That's why it's so important you visit my blog at cryptonewsyes.com and that you smash that subscribe button right below this video to receive daily premium crypto news alerts, and also subscribe on all the major podcasts and platforms from Spotify to iTunes. Also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, it's really important to plug into my Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day, shall we? Billionaire Kjell Inge Rokke's company, Aker, has established a new business dedicated to Bitcoin. Rokke believes that Bitcoin could become the core of a new monetary architecture and that each Bitcoin could be worth millions of dollars. I predict a $1 million Bitcoin price for the king of all crypto in 2025. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. His new company will keep all its liquid investable assets into Bitcoin. Very smart strategic move, if you're to ask me. Norwegian oil billionaire Kjell Inge Rokke has spoken in favor of Bitcoin. His company, Aker ASA, which controls oil and oil service companies, announced on Monday that it has established a new business called Seetee as a tap into the potential of the cryptocurrency. Listed on the Oslo Stock Exchange, Aker is a Norwegian holding company engaged in offshore fishing, construction, and engineering. Established in 2004, the company is controlled by Rokke with 67% ownership through TRG Holding. And in its announcement, Aker described Seetee as a new company dedicated to investing in projects and companies throughout the Bitcoin ecosystem, in which will keep all its liquid investable assets into Bitcoin. Seetee is starting with 500 million kroner, which is $59 million in USD, and capital, which Rokke called vault an amount we aim to increase significantly over time. You hear that? They're starting with 59 million and they're going to increase significantly over time. Following the announcement, Rokke expressed his view on Bitcoin and the new enterprise launch in the shareholder letter published on Seetee's website. The billionaire wrote the following: "We will use Bitcoin as our treasury asset and will join the community. In Bitcoin speak, we will be hodler." That's right. Initially, Seetee will focus on 4 areas. The first is investing in and owning Bitcoin. The second is joining the Bitcoin and broader blockchain community and establishing partnerships with leading players. The third is launching Bitcoin verification operations. And the fourth is building and investing in innovation projects and companies in the Bitcoin and blockchain ecosystem. Seetee will actively partner with other companies in order to accelerate its initiatives. The announcement adds, noting that the company has entered into a collaboration agreement with Blockstream, which will initially focus on mining operations. This is a pretty big deal. Rokke further opined, Bitcoin may still go to zero, but it can also become the core of a new monetary architecture. If so, one Bitcoin may be worth millions of dollars. Once again, my prediction for $1 million Bitcoin is by the year 2025. He added, the direction is clear. Finance will be disrupted as surely as fossil fuels will be. The question is not if, but when. Touche. So this is a pretty major story, and I'm glad to share it with you right here, which is just more bullishness for the king of all crypto. Now for a quick recap, what I covered with you right here in today's show: Bitcoin firm NYDIG gets $200 million injection from Morgan Stanley, as well as Soros in this new strategic partnership I broke down for you in today's show. I also shared the latest from Max Keiser, who points out that inflation and hyperinflation is here now as Bitcoin tops a 1 trillion market cap once again. It's headed to a 4 trillion plus market cap, which signals a $220,000 Bitcoin price by the end of 2021, according to Max Keiser, as flight capital jumps the fiat ship and finds safe haven in Bitcoin. He also says his $77,000 short-term target is in play. Also in today's show, I shared solution to scale Ethereum 100x is imminent and will get us through until Ethereum 2.0, according to Vitalik Buterin. I broke down all the highlights from this new interview he did on the Tim Ferriss podcast. Also in today's show, I shared Norwegian oil billionaire says Bitcoin could be worth millions per Bitcoin and puts liquid company assets into the king of all crypto. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick, before I go, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, BlockFi, where you can put your crypto to work. They paid out over $35 million in interest in the month of February for a record-breaking month, including 450 Bitcoin, 5,000 Ethereum, and 6 million in stablecoins. The other flagship product besides earning interest on your crypto is crypto-backed loans. That's right. You ever wonder, how can I access liquidity without selling my precious crypto? Well, look no further. You can get an interest rate as low as 4.5% and access fiat capital without selling your precious BTC. They also have a special promo running right now where you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. All you got to do is click the link right down below this video. In the description, it'll take you here. Then click this yellow button that says sign up. So go ahead and do so right now. Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.